Welcome to our News Discussion Podcast. I'm Dana, and I'm joined by Matt today. We've got a lot to cover, so let's dive right in.
Sounds good to me, Dana. I'm excited to explore these stories with you. What's on the agenda for today?
We've got several big stories. Let's start with the news about Vivek Ramaswamy winning the Republican nomination for Ohio governor.
That's right. Ramaswamy, a biotech entrepreneur turned politician, secured the nomination with the help of endorsements from Donald Trump and the state Republican Party. This sets up a significant contest against Democrat Amy Acton in November.
Exactly. And it's interesting to note that Ramaswamy entered the race as a clear frontrunner. His backing by Trump seemed to give him a significant boost. What are your thoughts on how this might play out in the general election?
Well, with Trump's endorsement, Ramaswamy is likely to attract a strong base of Republican voters. However, facing Amy Acton might be challenging, especially if she can mobilize the Democratic base effectively.
That's a good point. The dynamics between Ramaswamy and Acton will be fascinating to watch. Now, let's switch gears to another story.
Ah, yes. Ted Turner, the founder of CNN, has passed away at 87. He was a true pioneer in the media landscape, revolutionizing how we consume news with the 24-hour news cycle.
It's hard to believe he's gone. Turner was indeed a trailblazer. CNN changed the game when it launched in 1980. His impact on journalism and media can't be overstated.
Absolutely. And it's worth noting that Turner was not just a media mogul, but also a significant philanthropist. His contributions to various causes will be remembered for years to come.
That's true. His legacy extends beyond just CNN. Now, let's move on to some geopolitical news.
Right. The situation with Iran is heating up. Trump has threatened to resume bombing if Iran doesn't reopen the Strait of Hormuz. This is a very volatile situation, given the strategic importance of that waterway.
Exactly. The Strait of Hormuz is crucial for global oil shipments. Any disruption there could have significant economic implications. Trump's threat is a serious escalation, and it's unclear how Iran will respond.
Yes, this could potentially lead to a major conflict. The international community is likely watching this very closely, especially given the recent calls for a ceasefire from countries like China.
That's a good point. The involvement of other nations adds another layer of complexity to this situation. Now, let's discuss another story involving the U.S. and a different region.
Okay, so the U.S. is closing its consulate general in Peshawar, Pakistan, due to safety concerns. This move will transfer diplomatic responsibilities to the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad.
Yes, the safety of diplomatic personnel is a top priority, and this decision reflects that. It's also worth considering how this might affect U.S.-Pakistan relations, especially in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region.
That's a valid point. While the closure might be necessary for safety reasons, it could also be seen as a reduction in the U.S. diplomatic presence in the region. This might have implications for how effectively the U.S. can engage with local stakeholders.
Exactly. Now, let's wrap up with a story from the UK.
Ah, yes. The local elections in the UK are expected to be a challenge for Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour Party. Poor results could potentially hasten his exit from office.
That's right. The elections are seen as a test not just for Starmer, but for the Labour Party's overall standing. If they perform poorly, it could signal a significant shift in British politics.
Indeed. And with the UK already dealing with a fractured political landscape, these election results could add to the uncertainty. It's a challenging time for British politics.
As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear that there's a lot happening globally. From U.S. politics and international conflicts to changes in the media landscape and UK politics, there's no shortage of significant stories.
That's an understatement. It's been a pleasure discussing these with you, Dana. Until next time, stay informed.
Likewise, Matt. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. That's all for today's podcast. Goodbye.